If you have tried multiple diets and you lose weight and then you gain weight and then you lose weight again and gain it and then you don't even feel good, well, today that stops because we are going to share with you the secret to a sustainable weight loss diet, and we're going to share some tips along the way. If you're looking to transition to a plant-based diet, subscribe to our channel as we release videos each Friday.
Approximately 8 years ago when our son was born, Crystal started changing over to plant-based diet, and she would ask me often to transition with her, but I really wasn't, in my mind I wasn't ready for it. And it wasn't until about 5 years ago that I started to transition to plant-based diet, and then approximately 3 years ago where I really took it on, and now I'm at a point where I'm comfortable because I eat approximately 95 to 99% depending on, from day to day, and I kind of mix it around.
When you started the plant-based diet 5 years ago, do you remember how much you weighed when you first started?
I remember the most I weighed was 250.
So when you first started, did you see a loss of weight right away?
No, so it wasn't like a quick drop, but yes, it slowly, when we first started, I went from 250 to 235.
And how much do you weigh today?
It's like right around 215. Taking a long time to transition, I feel like makes it more of a solid foundation, so that it's not such a big shock, so that it's not a diet. You're not dieting, like this is how you live and this is how you eat, and it's what you're comfortable with. So by doing that, you keep that mentality rather than, oh, this is a diet and then in a week I'm gonna go gorge on burgers or whatever it is. Like, no, I mean, if I'm gonna go eat a lot of food, I'll probably eat like a lot of bean and rice burritos with guacamole or something. I mean, that's just how it is now. And yes, it's going to be a lot of calories, but you get a way different feeling from eating plant-based and eating a lot of plant-based foods than you do with eating the foods that have no nutrients in them at all, like all these McDonald's burgers and
the junk food.
All the junk, yeah.
I think the idea here is that if you want to lose weight, do it healthy, and sustain the weight loss, it may not be a quick process. Oftentimes it's not. But like Michael was saying, he's happier. He's not going up and down in weight. But it is a process, and it is okay that it takes some time. And actually, that's probably the healthier way of doing it. The transition process into a plant-based diet can take time.
In my opinion, one of the best ways to transition to plant-based and stick to it is to slowly transition. And I know we've said it in our other videos, but by removing one thing and focusing on one thing at a time, I feel like you'll be able to do that better than if you take your whole diet of eating like burgers and pizzas and regular like burritos with meat and cheese and sour cream. And if you just jump from that straight into raw salads with raw broccoli and kale and all that, I don't think it's going to go well, and it's not going to taste good. But as you slowly transition and you move and you remove, like, let's say ranch dressing from your salad, and you take the cheese out and you realize you don't need that, and you take the chicken and you take the bacon out and you take the eggs out, then you can move from your regular lettuce, the romaine lettuce, to like, you can add a little bit, you can mix it, so you can do mixed kale with romaine, and then you can go mostly kale with a little bit of romaine. And that's how it worked for me, and that's why it was a 2 to 3 year process, because I really was taking, like, I remember one of the first times that I left cheese out, and I felt like I was gonna miss it, and I ate the burrito and I was like, you don't even taste the difference. And then I got to the point where on pizza, I ordered pizza with no cheese, and the people questioned me, and I said, yes, I don't want cheese. And I actually prefer it without cheese because of the way that you feel afterwards.
Right. So we actually transitioned a little bit different, the both of us. Actually, the base was very similar. We learned about it first, and then we tried to we experimented with vegan option, and then we started taking the meats and the cheese out. So the process was similar, but it's just that I did it right away. Mine was within a shorter amount of time, whereas for Michael, he took a little bit longer, and that's okay, and that worked for him to do that. So one of the tips that we suggest is you got to go at your own pace. That's number one. And number two, start taking out what you feel most comfortable taking out first, whether it's meat or cheese. And then you want to start moving towards no salt, no oil, no sugar. Why? Because salt and sugar are addictive. So when you have salt or sugar in your foods, your brain tells you you want more. So you're going to eat more of what's in front of you that has salt or sugar. So you're going to be taking in more calories. Also, you are more likely to snack on foods that have salt or sugar. Again, you may not be hungry, but your brain is telling you, I want that because it has salt and sugar in it. Then again, consuming more calories.
So the steps to keeping your weight loss would be to transition to a plant-based diet at your own pace so that you're able to sustain that diet, and just then working towards your highly nutrient dense foods.
If you have any questions about a plant-based diet, go ahead and leave us a comment below. And if you're going to transition to a plant-based diet, go ahead and give us a like. And if you're thinking about transitioning to a plant-based diet, you may want to watch this video here as we go through information that is crucial when starting a plant-based diet.